Hey, what's up, you guys? Bringing another action figure review to you. This is a figure that I'm highly excited about because I have wanted a Kilowog in my collection for a very long time, and I'm so happy that McFarlane delivered. Now, I'm happy that I did not have to pay $70 plus. Actually, last time I checked on Amazon, it went up. I think it went up to like 85 or something. So like after tax and shipping and all that, you'd be paying damn near $100. I don't know why the price went up on Amazon. Maybe this 2-pack is running out of stock and people are jacking up the price. I don't know. But I did not want the 2-pack because it includes a Kyle Rayner that I did not want. So I kept waiting it out on eBay, and my waiting paid off. And basically, I got him for a good price. I did not have to pay 70. I did not have to pay 60. I did have to pay a little more than 40 to give you an idea. Because I mean, basically, this is a $40 figure. On its own, it is. Because it is basically a mega fig. But McFarlane didn't do that. Why he didn't do that? Because I guess he's dumb and he doesn't understand comic fans, because we love Kilowog. Like, he is a fan favorite in the Green Lantern universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a fan favorite like Sinestro, like Hal Jordan, like Kyle Rayner, like Guy Gardner. I can go on and on. Like, Green Lantern fans love Kilowog. So why you think he wouldn't sell, I don't understand. It's beyond me. I guess you could say Kilowog is an obscure character, but not really. He's very well known in the Green Lantern universe. So I don't, I guess it's a money thing. They wanted to capitalize and make more money. They knew people was going to go out and buy this 2-pack, even though it included another Kyle Rayner that a lot of people didn't want. It was a better version of Kyle Rayner. I don't have any of the McFarlane Kyle Rayners because the Kyle Rayner I have, I'm very satisfied with, so I didn't want any of those. I just wanted Kilowog, and I waited until I could find a price reasonable enough on eBay, and that's what I did, and I got him, and I'm so happy that I finally have Kilowog. I love Kilowog. He's one of my favorite Green Lanterns. I love him. So happy to have him in my collection, and I'm so happy that I waited, because there were many times I was going to purchase the old DC collectibles or DC Direct, whichever one it was. And that is a sick figure, and it is very pricey because it's a rare figure. But I'm glad I waited for the McFarlane version because, first of all, McFarlane knocked it out of the park. So I'm very happy with that. I'm very satisfied. This may be a 10 out of 10 as I go on with the review. So let's get on with the review. So this is a fantastic figure. So I'm going to go bottom to top instead of top to bottom like I usually do. So the detail in his boots is fantastic. You have all the, details here. You have that nice material. You can see that Kilowog's boots has been through some shit. It's definitely, worn and, scuffed and scratched. There's different details of green in the boots. You get brownie points for that. Very nice, very nice. More fantastic details. You can feel that. It's fantastic. I love it. His costume is just done very, very, very well. And they didn't skimp out on details. Even his butt, there's no skimping out here. That's why I'm considering a 10 out of 10. It's been a while since I've gave a McFarlane figure a 10 out of 10. It's been a while. But this just might be it. The detail here is just fantastic on his back. Even on the inside of his butterfly joint, there's detail on it. Like, there's detail on his shoulders. You obviously can see it. There's detail everywhere, all throughout this figure, probably except here. This is probably the only flat paint, but I'll forgive it. Because there's so much detail throughout this figure. More detail in his gloves. You can see it there. That's fantastic. The ring is probably I mean, I have a lot of favorite parts on this figure. This is definitely one of them. The ring is fantastic. You can see it. You see the Green Lantern insignia on the ring. You can see it clear as day. And I love that. That is fantastic. You get even more brownie points for that. And the shield is the Green Lantern emblem is done very extremely well. You got his diaper underoos here, but it looks good. You got his abs there, more detail throughout. You see different green highlights throughout his suit, if you could see that. Different, you know, more green highlights. You know, it looked like he's been through battle. It does. And I love the Green Lantern emblem. Finally, McFarlane did it correctly. Finally. You know, it's like, was this so hard? Really? Because the other Green Lantern emblems that he's done on Hal Jordan and John Stewart, they're terrible. They're shit. You know, like I said, flat paint here, that's probably the only part, you know, and some parts throughout the back, but I can forgive that because, I mean, mostly throughout this figure, there's a lot of detail. So let's get into the Pooza Man himself. What you looking at, Pooza? I love KILOWOG. He is awesome. And I love this head sculpt. This head sculpt is fantastic. So right off the bat, you get brownie points. There's wash all over this face. There's wash throughout here, and I love that. How many times in my reviews have I been saying, you know, put wash, you know, more wash on your figures, McFarlane. Finally. The paint is beautiful. It's wonderful. The sculpting is fantastic. His expression is fantastic. He has like this angry, gritted look, but it is just perfectly like there's nothing wrong with this head sculpt at all. Not a thing. Not a thing that I see at all. His teeth is perfectly sculpted. It's the perfect expression for him. His facial features is fantastic. Wrinkles on his face. It's wonderful. You can see the inside of his ears there. That looks great as well. The back of his head is good. Like, that is just wonderful. That is KILOWOG. Like, I have no issues whatsoever. So let's get into his accessory here. Well, he comes with a couple of accessories I'm gonna get into. But this accessory here, this is his construct that obviously he created from his ring. It's like a it looked like a meat tenderizer. And you could feel it here too. Like, it feels like a real meat tenderizer. I mean, it's not sharp or anything, so you know, all this is all plastic. But I'm just saying, like, you could feel that detail in there in this hammer. It's like a meat tenderizing hammer. Like, that is so awesome to give KILOWOG something like this. Like, I believe KILOWOG would make a construct of this. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe that. That is fantastic. And the details in it is really good. It's really good. See all the detail through there. That's really nice. I like that. And it glows in the light very good as well. I love that. KILOWOG does come with another accessory. He comes with his lantern. This is probably the only thing I probably have an issue with. I mean, the lantern looks good, but it just looks a little flat to me. So, I mean, if I was to knock half a point, it would probably be for this, but I can't even get mad at that because it's still a pretty decent lantern, you know? It's still pretty decent. So I can't even really get that mad at that. Yeah, I mean, it still looks good, you know? It still looks like a lantern. So that's pretty cool. But, you know, KILOWOG is definitely a star all by himself. And he looks absolutely fantastic. So I just, right off the bat, I love this figure. I absolutely make no mistake about it. I absolutely love this figure. And this will not be counted as an accessory. It's just a card. But I like it. I like the McFarlane cards. I know a lot of people don't, but I like it. So this is a picture of KILOWOG with Jon Stewart, which is really cool. That's really cool. I like that. KILOWOG Green Lantern Corps. KILOWOG Green Lantern Corps, their file. Real name is N.A. A brilliant geneticist on his home world, Bolivax. Vic? Uh-oh. I probably butchered the hell out of that. KILOWOG was proud to serve as Green Lantern of Sector 674. Following the destruction of his planet during the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths, KILOWOG found purpose training new Green Lantern recruits, teaching essential tools to survive the most dangerous job in the universe. Yes, he does. Yes, KILOWOG does. And that's just one of the many things that's awesome about KILOWOG. Alright, so we're going to jump right into articulation. So his head, left and right, and go all the way around, of course. Looking up. About that, not that much. Down. Good. Tilt. Rotation. Attitude. Got it. A lot of it. Arms go out about that much. Full 360 rotation, upper bicep swivel, butterfly joint, inside and out. A single bend in the elbow, wrist and hinge rotation, and full upper ball joint, full rotation, side to side pivoting, back, forward. And he does have lower waist rotation all the way around 360. He can split about that much. He can only kick slightly that far. Kick back slightly. Slight thigh rotation. Double jointed knees. Slight boot. No boot rotation. A lot of rotation in the foot and the ankle, and ankle pivoting, and toe hinge, and that's it for Mr. KILOWOG. And that is all, ladies and gentlemen, for articulation. Alright, so I thought it'd be cool to get KILOWOG in a pose with him holding his lantern and with him charging his ring, which that looks really cool. That looks really cool right there. I like that. I like that a lot. So this is my definitive Kyle Rayner, the Mattel version of Kyle Rayner, and I like this because KILOWOG looks significantly more bigger than him, because this is a 6-inch figure instead of a 7-inch. So KILOWOG looks a lot more taller than him, which I love that. I figure KILOWOG should be a towering figure. Every artist draws differently, I get that, but I like this. I like KILOWOG being a, larger figure. I like that. I like that a lot. And here's my man Guy Gardner in the same concept, 6-inch figure. Um, and KILOWOG is towering over him. Love that. Now, here may be the difference. So, this is a McFarlane figure, and this is Jon Stewart, and he is 7 inches. And KILOWOG is still big. He's still towering over him, but with 7 inches, it's a little different. Like he's not that much bigger, which it's still okay, but like I said, it just looks better with the 6 inches. I mean, to me, in my opinion. But it still looks good, though. It still looks good. And here we have Blue Lantern here, Saint Walker. And he is a Mattel exclusive. So that looks good as well. And here we have Hal Jordan. And these two look very good together as well. And here is Sinestro. That looks awesome as well. And here we have Atrocitus. And these two behemoths look awesome together. They look outstanding together. And I absolutely love it. And I thought this would be funny and adorable at the same time. So KILOWOG is holding the Guardian, because KILOWOG is just too massive and the Guardian is just too small to stand and pose. So I just did this. So yes, overall, my final thoughts. I've decided the score I'm going to give KILOWOG, and I am going to give him a 10 out of 10. Did McFarlane cut corners? Yes, but it's not visually noticeable. And that's where this figure gets the edge. There's detail all throughout the costume, probably except for his gauntlets, but I would give that a pass because, that doesn't really bother me much. Maybe it might bother some people, but not me. I'm going to give this figure a 10 out of 10 because the effort is there. The effort and the work is put in, and it shows. I am thoroughly satisfied with this figure. I don't really have any complaints. The translucent plastic for the hammer, his weapon that he constructed, is wonderful. I love that. It works. Could some tweaks could have been made to improve it better? Sure. But it still works. I mean, it's a Green Lantern construct, and that's how Green Lantern weapons look. If you read the comic books, that's how they look. So, the lantern itself probably should not have been translucent. I think that's probably where they cut their biggest corner, but I'm not really mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all because I have options. If I want to give KILOWOG a different lantern, I can if I want to. But, I'm still satisfied with that, with his lantern. So that doesn't bother me either. So like I said, I guess if you wanted to nitpick this figure, I guess you could if you wanted to. But I don't see any flaws with this figure, in my opinion. That's why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. He has wash in his face. It's wonderful. The paint is wonderful. The sculpting is wonderful. Through and through detail all throughout his costume. You have more coloring of green, 2 different colors of green, and it blends in very well. It blends in extremely well because it looks more like his costume has been through a lot of battle-worn, things. The suit just looks immaculate. His boots are fantastic. His gloves are fantastic. There's just so much detail all throughout the costume, and that's when I'm satisfied with McFarlane. That is when you get brownie points. That is when you get a 10 out of 10. When you worked your ass off, you did your hardest, and you tried not to cut corners. That's when you get credit. That's when I'll give you a 10 out of 10. And all throughout his costume, there is work done, and it shows, and it is beautiful, and it is fantastic. And in my opinion, this is the definitive KILOWOG figure to get. So if you guys want to get KILOWOG, you could try to go the route that I did. Maybe you could look at a couple of sites. Maybe Mercari might be selling him. eBay definitely is. Check out eBay. You know, if you just want KILOWOG by himself, see if you could find the best prices like I did. You know, or if you want to get the 2-pack, you could try to look at some sites, try to go that route. I think he's continuing to sell out though. Well, the 2-pack itself, if you want Kyle Rayner with him. But I just wanted KILOWOG, so that's why I went the route that I did. So I'm thoroughly satisfied with this figure. I love it. Just a little side note real quick. There's been a reveal in the upcoming James Gunn Superman movie. I am so upset because I'm a Guy Gardner fan, and James Gunn totally, now he's effing up with everybody's suit. Apparently Superman's suit is trash. Mr. Terrific, his suit is the only suit that looks flawless. Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner, it is atrocious, especially Guy Gardner, because I'm a Guy Gardner fan, and James Gunn totally fucked up with that, and I am upset. Tell me, how do you get this wrong? How do you get this wrong? This is Guy Gardner through and through. How do you get this wrong? How is this complicated? How, Sway? How? And he totally messed it up, and he gave his version of Guy Gardner the bowl cut, which I think was a stupid idea. He should have just gave him this hairstyle right here. All he had to do was just dye Nathan Fillion's hair like this, and that's it, and call it Jack. But no. He wanted to James Gunn it up, and it looks stupid. And this is the worst version of Guy Gardner I have ever seen in any media. And I've never seen Guy Gardner wear a costume like that in the comic books ever. If he has, then I've never seen it. But it is just atrocious. It's the worst depiction of Guy Gardner I've ever seen. So anyway, enough of that rant. I love this figure. I love KILOWOG. So this has been my review, guys, of the DC Multiverse KILOWOG from the Kyle Rayner 2-pack. And that is my review. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see ya. Poser.